Incoming 5-0? Probably. This is my shit. I love decks like this. All right, we're here for another Pioneer League. In today's league, we're going to be playing Atarka Red. This is an aggro deck built around the card Atarka's Command. When you give +1/+1 to your squad and deal 3 damage to your opponent, then you start to churn out a massive amount of damage output for just 2 mana. And that today is the gist of this deck. We are trying to flood the board with creatures and then use cards like Atarka's Command and Reckless Bushwhacker to deal excessive damage in the early turn before our opponents are able to set up. We're using a ton of 1-drop creatures to help us get there. Kamano faces Kakazan. This is a 1-drop creature that also allows us to turn on Monastery Swiftspear and Soulscar Mage's prowess abilities. We're playing 3 copies of Legion Loyalist because with Atarka's Command and Bushwhacker, it makes blocking basically impossible. It also ruins a bunch of token blocks, which comes up way more often than you might expect. 4 copies of Phoenix Chick, one of my favorite cards from Dominaria United. Adds a lot to the Pioneer format. Gives red an extra threat with some evasion, which is nice. We have 4 Burning Tree Emissary as a 2-drop that allows us to not only cast Atarka's Command if we need to off the green that it generates, but really it's just a free body. And when we can use that red and green mana to play a 2-drop like a Yavimaya Iconoclast or potentially just a Karizev Skyship Raider, it allows us to put a lot of pressure onto the table for very little investment, ultimately making the Burning Tree essentially free. 2 copies of Bone Crusher Giant. It's a little expensive. This is usually one of the best cards in the red decks, but in this deck, it's just a little expensive on both halves, and so we're just going to be playing a couple. And last but not least, 4 copies of Play with Fire as just a way to clear some early blockers and interact with things like Llanowar Elves. Thanks to Beast of Burden for the 9 months. Twitch baby. We got 4 Complusion Forest as a new land that allows us to splash Atarka's Command easily. Alongside Crackcrown Pathway and Stomping Ground, we now have 12 untapped dual lands with very little drawback. 4 copies of Den of the Bugbear to give us some reach later in the game. And then a couple basics and a Soken's-On. The sideboard, 4 Redding Volley for mono blue, mono white matchups. Lava Coil to help out against Old Growth Troll. A 3rd Bone Crusher for longer games. 2 Squeed Dubious Monarch to give us a threat that generates extra bodies. Apply some pressure, comes back from the graveyard. 3 Karzev's Expertise to steal your big baddie and kill you with it. You can also cast a 2-mana spell on the same turn you play Karzev's Expertise. And then 2 copies of Hazoret the Fervent to give us some beatdown later in the game when we're flooding. I'm not sure that if this is better than Experimental Frenzy or not, but it's certainly cool. I'm excited to see how it does. Anyway, that's Atarka Red. Let's go ahead and play League and see how it does. All right, good hand. Frenzy's wildly good. No, I know. Most people don't know. That's why I bring it up. Well, I don't want to speak for autistic people, you know, but that, from my understanding, that's what that meme is making fun of. Like when someone is so overwhelmed that they just freak out and, you know, block up. Phoenix Chick gonna get in there. Well, Karizev on 2 and then Iconoclast on 3 with Kicker probably. Challenge you to find an insult that isn't targeted. Sure. Ryan, you're not very smart. Boom. Alpha Moose, I would not play Phoenix. For whatever that's worth. Alright, so this gives... Okay, we'll just go Lola's Bushwhacker. It's just too much damage. Iconoclast is good too, but Bushwhacker with the Legion Loyalist just makes blocking nightmarish for them. And then Iconoclast with Kicker next turn can be good. Alright, we'll make sure Karzev triggers first so that the Ragavan gets trample also and first strike. Yeah, Sky Chicken's great. Phoenix is great. Yo, Steve, I appreciate it, friend. I'm glad you enjoyed the YouTube content. My new editor is a friend and doing a great job, and I'm excited for what we have in store in the future. Ragavan and Pioneer 2, I know, it's ruining everything, chat. Here comes the Brutal. Oh, it's Adeline, okay. I was gonna say, can they attack? Alright, so let's play this with Kicker. We'll just jam them up. They have to chump block Iconoclast, I think. I know, Tomber. It's a bug that they're working on, but we'll get it eventually. Yeah, like I said, most people, like, the whole point of this conversation is not to judge or to punish. It is simply to inform. And from my understanding, that is what the meme refers to. So. Oh, wow, this tramples too? That's so sick. Ragnar Ford, thanks for the Prime Game and sub. Welcome to the Todd Squad. Appreciate you. What deck would you play high stakes Pioneer tournament then? I would play Mono Green Devotion or Rakdos. I think Rakdos is very good against aggro and Phoenix, and a little lackluster against Mono Green. Mono Green loses to all the aggro decks as well. Or not all of them, but a lot of them. Yeah, I agree. Look, I did the thing like, 2 years ago, and then someone told me, and I stopped, I'm never gonna try to embarrass you for doing something like that. I'm just gonna try to inform you. You know, on 100% dead. Currently not. Currently not 100% dead. Currently, they just block here, take one. I think I just don't. If I draw land for Den, they die because we have 5 attackers. They have 3 blockers. Land for Den. This also has trample, so it has to be blocked by Adeline. Never didn't have it? Yeah. Yeah. All right, moving on. We've done the thing we need to do. Moving on. All right, running volley strangle. Do we want to become full control mode or whatever? I feel like maybe that's best, especially on the draw. So we want to cut or bring in these. Maybe Bushman. I like Phoenix Chick. Lawless is okay. Tarka's command is usually pretty lackluster in these types of matchups. So let's just kill everything. Right? Kill everything, beat them down. Yeah, I think Iconoclast is great, and I really just want to test it. You know what I mean? All right, so we'll go turn 1 creature, turn 2 Burning Tree Iconoclast. Probably going to play Soulscar over Loyalist on turn 1. We're still just going to kind of bridge the gap, right? We're not full control. We still have a ton of creatures, but we have the ability to interact, and they don't have really that ability, or at least not well. I don't really want to burn Running Volley on Hopeful, so I'm not going to hold up. We're going to just use this later once we already have creatures on the battlefield. Portable Hole's okay, no big. Hopefully they don't have another 1-drop. Another Hopeful. They don't pump each other right now, which is nice. All right, I'm going to go Burning Tree Lava Coil now because we drew the green source for Iconoclast. I think. Because if I let them on tap with Hopeful Initiate ×2, they get to go if they go the 2-mana 1/1 that puts a counter on something, they get to put a counter on both. I don't really want them to be able to make 2/2/3s. 2/2/3s could be very bad for us. Lieutenant would not have been that big of a deal. But we're still okay. We can still running volley the hopeful. Can also play Legion Loyalist and Iconoclast. No attacks. I'm gonna play Loyalist and give them the option to block. Since we have the 2 dens and we're ahead on mana, we're gonna kick the Iconoclast next turn and get in some damage. We could have played it and kicked it this turn and attacked, but we wouldn't have been able to attack with Burning Tree. 2/3 is pretty stout. Very good trade for me here. It's exactly what I wanted to happen. Now let's see if they can come back from being this far behind. All right, just a 1/1. All right, let's jam them up. That's why they're trading, because they're behind. All right, so let's kick this. Play Den. There's no good block for them, so there's no need to wait until post-combat to play land. They're just going to take 6 and move on with their life. And next turn, we just fire up Den and swing in with everybody, probably. I guess they could play another Thal's Lieutenant and make a 3/3, and then I can't attack with this. Similarly, they can put a counter on it and make a 3/3. Then we just attack with Den and Iconoclast. Could draw a removal for the Lieutenant. Then we can swing him with everybody. I'm going to sandbag the land. Make it seem like we don't have it. Attack for 5. Put him to 7. Two, not good enough. I wonder if they have Brave. If they just hold back Brave, I'm going to be very happy, because then we can just slam with Den. And then trade Brave for creature is fine, and they take a bunch of damage. Gruul Delver? Kinda, yeah. You can also play with Fire this if they have a removal spell for the Den at instant speed, like March or something. Alright, they don't. We'll just attack with these. They're going to block probably Iconoclast, give it pro green, 3, 4, 5, 6 down to 1, and then they die with Play with Fire next turn. Unless they have some sort of life gain effect. I guess they could have some sort of trick. No trick. Alright. I can't imagine losing. Alright. 1-up. Alright. And looks pretty good. We can save Burning Tree Bushwhacker for a later turn. Bonus on the mold of 6. They're on the play. Got a lot of cool stuff going on our side, though. Must have had a bunch of Adelines in hand. Yeah, Adelines and Brutals. It is the Oz. Alright. Lair, but no 1-mana thing. Good news for us. What now? Maybe Soulscar? Maybe Chick just to deal some damage. Just to get in some chip damage here. Next turn, we can maybe go Burning Tree plus Karizev. That's probably the most pressure. And then later, we can go Soulscar Bushwhacker if we draw the land. If we draw a land, we're definitely going to go Burning Tree Karizev. We got to put some pressure on him now. Nice. All right, let's do that. Burning Trees look real good so far. Yeah, that's what it felt like, Panda, but they didn't draw the 3rd land, so they could have had a handful of juice, and we just drew better, you know? Like, if their hand was all Brutal Cathars, like, maybe we're in trouble. All right, Kiora untap, Wolf Willow. Is this going to be another Wolf Willow? An Elf. Elf on the shelf. All right, I think we ignore Kiora and just go for the Jugular. So let's go Soulscar so we can Bushwhacker to give it haste. And the next turn we can kick Iconoclast and probably deal lethal. But we're just going to go face with all this. Just hope we don't die. They can go... I don't think we can die next turn, because they missed a land drop and didn't have Nykthos. But, I don't know. Handful of juice. Yeah, Sam's in chat too, Oz. Or was. They block. Excellent. Just what I needed. That is not what they said, Raph. They said juice. Juice. Like squeeze the orange, get some juice. I know, but isn't that dumb that there's just a chance, Panda? Like, Storm is, like, pretty scary, honestly. If they had more stuff. But I'm pretty sure Iconoclast should get the job done here. We got a bunch of pressure in play. Karzev's a lot of damage. All right. So we're going to bring in some coils for the old growth trolls. Karzev's expertise to steal their big thing and kill them. I don't know if I want Bone Man. I might cut him. We're just racing, right? Just pure race. Pure race. Oh, our change didn't go through. So we are only playing 20 lands still. This is a grindy card for grinding matchups, and that's not what we're in. I like just gold fishing. Legion Lawless seems weak. No evasion. First strike doesn't seem like it matters too much. Trades with elves early if they don't have the battalion trigger. Sounds pretty good, I think. We're just gonna slow him down. Like a sauce? What's up, Doom? The MF Doom? I think I'm gonna save the coil. For a troll. I'm gonna play Kamano though. Probably gonna play this one on green. Mono green's been doing not so great as of late. It's just a dog to aggro. You know, aggro decks that can kill elf or brave the elements or whatever. Yeah, I agree. And Rakdos is cleaning up now too because Rakdos pushes down on all the decks to be mono green. All right, so they played the Wolf Willow. Now I really want them to play Troll. Kiora is like fine. If they play Kiora, I just have to coil the elf, I think, which sucks. I don't have a creature for the Kamano. Looks like it's a Kiora. Rip. Next turn, stealing their Cavalier and playing Atarka's command is going to deal them an insane amount of damage. I don't know if it's lethal yet. 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Okay, if they play Cavalier with nothing else, they die. Storm into Cavalier only. Two elves. All right. Not really what I wanted, but that's fine. It's like the one time you want him to hit a Cavalier so you can go for the kill, huh? So if we Karizev now and attack with everybody, we deal 3 to them, they go to 12. We attack with 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, so they have to block. Okay. And then they die to Atarka's command next turn if they don't kill me. So we go 3 damage, creatures get buffed. I guess they don't have to block. They go to 1 and then they're dying to Atarka's command. What dunks on red black? Mono green. What's incarnation? Talking about enigmatic. Yeah, the rakdos decks do lose to the over the top mid range decks, but those decks are all weird. Claudio, I don't know how Claudio wins with Niv, man. Two cards in hand. Another storm here would be very bad for us, I think. Maybe not that bad. They can flash it back, I think, with Nykthos, untap Nykthos. I'm not sure if they've untapped yet with Kiora. Yeah, the enigmatic deck does look pretty cool, I agree. Okay. I can't imagine there's a 4-mana card that saves them, but I could be wrong. There's a lot of artifacts in the format, and they could have found the one that can get them out. But Atarka's command plus the creatures in play should be good enough. Chariot, so they have 2 blockers. We have 3 attackers and a command. So I think we're good. Oh yeah, I was immediately like, oh, we should put Wolfo in this deck when I first saw it. I don't know. I feel like the things that cycle are just bad. All right, 2-0. The old one lander chat. We're on the play. I think we got a mulligan, but if we draw the land, we're kind of cracked, right? But maybe that's every hand. All right. Well, this is actually a better 6, I think, because we have the Burning Tree Bushwhacker. We'll keep. I'm gonna put back Bone Man. I'm gonna lead with Kamano and then Phoenix Chick it. All right, land is nuts. No land is Sag, but we got 4 power in play. They're blue eye control. We got under absorb. Play 1 more creature. See if they counter. You could have like sensor or whatever. It's fine. Not a lot we can do about it. Hate that I have to click twice for no reason. Yeah, me too. 10 millimeter or 10 meter. All right, we're just gonna attack for 4. I'm just not gonna run into absorb if I don't have to. I'm gonna EOT play with fire, I think. Okay, if this is just a chump, I'm like super fine with it. Needed to draw a second land to just really slam them. If we went turn 2 Burning Tree Bushwhacker, attack for 6, that would have been so nuts. And then had the follow-up etchings. All right, we're going to play with fire. If they want to absorb it, they can. Top just Carplusion. Perfect. We're trying to play a little slow. I think whatever I play is going to get absorbed. So I didn't want to burn the 2 Burning Tree Bushwhacker yet. I want them to play Teferi, and then I'm going to go for it. I also probably should have sandbagged the land so they felt like they could tap out for Teferi. Alright, we'll go for it now. Now that they have Wandering Emperor up. I never play around Settle. You can never beat Settle, it doesn't matter. Most people don't play it, you can never beat it. Don't play around it unless you know it's there. Alright, well, GG. One way or another, this is a GG. Emperor puts them to 10, they take 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. GG. See, perfect play, chat. Played around the Absorb, had them the whole time. Squee come in, Azrak come in, maybe Bone Man. Thinking about it. Cards that come out. Play with Fire. All the creatures are good. Legion Lowless is medium. Can probably cut one. There wasn't a whole lot of decisions, but this hand is okay, not great. But we have a nice little curvy. I agree, Tinem. Gonna get absorbed, that's okay. We just want to use our shit. Shark Typhoon for 1's also fine. March for 2 is also fine. Some sort of removal spell, doesn't really matter. It's all the same. The fact that this has trample is so good. Alright, so they're already at 10. If they rat this, I don't know if I go Stomp Bushwhacker. Okay, so this has got to be... It's got to be... Wandering Emperor, right? So we just go Bushwhacker again. If it's settled this time, then I'm getting settled, you know? We'll just start activating our dens. They just don't make that many blockers, Sebastian. I mean, I'm leaving in 2 of them, you know? Of course, it's settle. Like I said, you can never play around it. It doesn't matter. Like, if they have Wandering Emperor and settle, you can never beat both of them. So just pretend settle doesn't exist. We can still win. We just got to activate Den of the Bugbear a bunch. We got 3 of them. I'm gonna play Pathway on green. That way, if they kill Den before I attack, I can activate another one. Why not just activate both? Because I don't have enough fucking mana? Because they cost 4 to activate? You might get both. You might get 2 tokens if you activate twice. But I still want to, like, move to combat and see if they kill it before it attacks. Alright. Den of the Bugbear versus Castle Ardenville. Was an option to play the first side of Giant to negate the life gain of Absorb. I don't think this does what you think it does. It just says damage can't be prevented. It doesn't say they can't gain life. I'm gonna go and just play Bushman. They have 2 cards in hand with Castle. Just gonna keep putting the pressure on them. All right, so they take 5 down to 8, casting Deluge. We're probably gonna lose this game. That settle was brutal. They won't have it next time though. Don't worry, chat. And we might win anyway. Who knows? Opponent looks dead. They just cast Deluge. You know? We don't have any lands to go get, so there's no reason to not play the Swiss Spear. We can't reanimate again in response to the field. So just put it on the table. If Stomp with Skullcrack, Bone Man would be the greatest. Bone Man's already like pretty fucking good. All right, so they're gonna make Ardenvale and trade with one of these. Oh, another Emperor. I'm just gonna concede. That's fine. Next game. Go next. All right. Let's loyalist. Someone made a point about them not being able to block. That's fine and fair. What do I cut? Trim a Bone Man. Doesn't really do that much. The Stomp is just like a nothing burger in the matchup. Yeah, damage can't be prevented line's awesome. It's a great card. I will keep this one. All right, we're gonna get under them pretty good here. I'm gonna lead Soul Scar and then go Burning Tree, Phoenix Chick attack. I think something like that. They're on 5 cards. Very cool. Maybe I go Stomp actually. Oh no, I definitely just do that. This should be easy game. They're at 13 before they play their second land. Second land tapped. At least they have Portable Hole. Land's nuts. It's gonna play Phoenix Chick. Stomp is a bunch of damage, but don't count them out yet. Don't count them out yet. All right, I'm gonna Stomp. Oh wait, are they dead? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not quite. I'm gonna play 3 and +1/+1. Just gonna put them to 1 so they're dead to Stomp if they don't have March. And so next turn, they'll probably main phase, Wandering Emperor, and eat something, and then I'll just Stomp and they're dead. But now we just force them to interact first, right? So it doesn't really matter what they do. We don't want to play into Absorb, so we'll just attack first. The moment they bite, right? They tap out for anything. Stomp you. GG. Gotcha. All right. This opener is pretty fire. We have lost the die roll again. Let's see what we can do, though. Probably going to go Phoenix Chick into Karizev. Save Legion Loyalist for when we attack with Karizev or play Bushwhacker on 3. Blooming Marsh. I guess they are true to their name. Go Garber. Well, I can play another one drop as a replacement. So my guess is they take Karizev or Bushwhacker. They took Bushwhacker. There's a chance I just never draw a third land and Bushwhacker doesn't do anything though. So honestly, pretty happy with that. Let's go Phoenix Chick. Oh, Chirpins. What are you doing down there, girl? Chirpins. Where are you? I guess we can also triple one drop instead of playing Karizev so we don't just run into spot removal that hard. I like that better, actually, I think. Greasefang? Maybe. Alright, so they hit Chariot. So if they have Greasefang already, so they took Rafine. Next turn we can play with Fire and Karizev. Our Legion Lolas gets through the Chariot tokens, which is nice. I guess this is another EOT Grizzly salvage because they just don't. They know the Chariot's not good enough because of the Legion Loyalists, so they're just looking for the big boy. They didn't find it though. Wayfinder not going to be enough. They can't really block well at all. Legion Loyalist's been so good, man. Okiba. Okiba Boss. So the tokens can't block. They can activate the Chariot. Alright, they're just killing themselves because they don't know what Legion Loyalist does, I guess. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, let's hope that they don't have Fatal Push on their main deck, huh? Alright, make sure the Karizev token always comes in before the Legion Loyalist trigger. Tokens can't block. Alright, Running Volley coming in. I don't know if I want anything else, though. Bone Man seems lackluster. As this play with fire. Maybe 2 play with fire is okay. Maybe I just play a Strangle and like a Bone Crusher, like 1 Bone Crusher. How have you found Iconoclast in the matches? So far, so good. The Trample's been good. The Haste has been pretty good. Legion Loyalist really surprised me so far. I knew it was good when I played it in Goblins last week. It just came up so much, the token part, and First Strike, and just like pumping a big creature with First Strike or whatever, it was good. Goblin Pile Driver specifically in those builds. Alright, great hands. They're on 6 at least. We have Loyalist to punch through the tokens. Alright. Let's hope they don't turn 3 us. We're going to lead with Kumano. I think I'm going to go Burning Tree Iconoclast to get the most pressure down, and then Phoenix Chick Loyalist just makes it very hard to block. Portable Hole is okay. If they want to play that game with me, I'm fine with it, you know? Now we just triple 1-drop attack next turn. Yeah, GG. All right, we're 3-0. I'm going to go get some more water and do a predict. All right, we're on the play. You love to see it. Let's see how good our opener is. See if we get a free game one. Oh yeah, this looks like a free game one to me. Turn one Swifty, turn two Kari, turn three Lawless Play or Lawless Stomp, depending if we draw the land or not. Z-Score says, I bet the exact amount I needed for a 69 420. I need it. Z-Score, there. I just want you to know that that one has been refunded more than any other one. Because all I do is just look at you and I say nice. But I do it in a very sexy way. I saw someone do that on their stream as a reward, just minus 100,000 KW or whatever. Maybe they'll play Tenacious Underdog as their 2-drop instead of a removal spell. Neon Lights, I think you should learn Mono Red Obosh with Phoenix Chick. The build that I went 5-0 with and a bunch of people copied and 5-0'd with. I think you'll be very happy to play that build. Alright, so Swiss Beer. I'm gonna go Stomp. That way we can maybe cast Bone Man next turn if we need to, or Lola's Play with Fire plus something else. But this is a lot of damage, and use my mana slightly better over the next few turns. Yeah, no turn one Fatal Push, easy dodge. Can't lose. Yeah, it was awesome because the new set came out and I built it that day on Magic Online. And then the set wasn't live IRL for a week and a half or something. But by the time that it became IRL legal, there was already like 6 or 7 people that added me on Twitter about 5-0ing with it. I felt good. Hardcast Bone Man. Oof. First time this has sucked. Alright, well, Play with Fire should pop the Bone Crusher with first strike, so we should be fine. Alright, so let's make sure we give the Karzev token first strike. Also, my my sideboard card against Rakdos in that matchup is no longer Chandra Torch. It is Experimental Frenzy. Frenzy is fucked up against Rakdos. You can play 3 Frenzy and just cut Obosh, and it's probably worth. Obosh is really good on the matchup though, so it's hard. It's hard to cut. All right, so let's say they block here, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put them to 3. I think I just want to clean up the Bone Man. The scary thing here is if they play Kalidas, but I'm okay with the other one. Let's first strike and trample though, so we only miss out on like 1 damage. Put them to 4. Don't hook us, bro. They're not playing me hook. They're just Rakdos mid. Harvester's fine. Not right now, 10 meters, but you could probably just cut the Frostodons from that sideboard and play 3. Just board them in against Rakdos. Mid doesn't run hook anymore. I don't know the last time Rakdos mid-range played Mihawk Massacre. Alright, let's see. Let's see if I get to declare attacks. I feel like Karzev here getting to attack is probably Jeej. I forgot I can channel this. Karzev lets you channel for 1 less. I almost missed it. That would have been big Sag. Alright. Wow. 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 All right, so we want to go a little bit bigger. Have to play with fires. Stomp's okay. Tarka's command could come out. They're going to be super heavy removal, so we just want a lot of interaction, a lot of threats. We can maybe bring in Coil in case they have something like Kalidas. But most people are just playing the other one right now, you know? All right, up a game. What else do we change, chat? Do we want the coils? I guess they're good against Trespasser as well. The Iconic class is kind of expensive and off color. The threes are maybe bad. Maybe these Karizevs are bad, but I thought maybe they would just steal the win, you know? But let's not. Let's not. I'm gonna bring in the Strangle because it kills a lot of their things for just 1 mana. And the Lava Coils for similar reasons. Alright, great opener. Let's see if we can take it down. Currently, 4-0, playing for the trophy, chat. A lot of people in chat today. Big raid from Jim Davis earlier. Thanks to him again. Came over here from Jim's channel. Just want to say hi and thanks for being here. You're here for me, from me or whatever. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. Y'all want to see the deck go all the way? Yeah, me too. Okay. This one's not one that should be in the deck. We're going to pitch Loyalist. It's fine. We're going to go Burning Tree Karizev, I guess. Hey, good, go, all the way. All right, Neon. Let me know how you like it, man. Empty, don't get your panties in a twist, my man. We ain't got there yet. Let's draw a land for triple 1-drop. I don't even know if that'd be that good. I think I'd rather draw Lava Coil. Just to make sure I can clear blockers. We have so much pressure in play already. My Miller says, I like the turns where you vomit cards onto the board. Yeah, it's not too bad, right? All right, minus. We'll just pitch the Burning Tree, I guess. Karizev's harder to block. Hey, would you Lava Coil? Nice. All right, let's go double Swifty. And we'll send 1 damage at Lily and the rest at face. Yeah, I also expect Croxa and Lily to not be in the deck, so opponent, I think, just making big blunders. Big blunders. But now if they could go land Extinction Event on Odd and get all my 1s, and then I just have Karizev. If they go Kalidas, we have an answer. If they play Shieldred, what do I do? Alright, game over. Lava Coil, you son of a bitch, you did it again. You son of a bitch, Lava Coil, you done it again. You done it again. Is this lethal? Not quite. Alright, Extinction Events, not good enough. Land plus Extinction Fatal Push is good enough. Does anyone have a list for a Soul Flare deck? Not in the last 2 years, no. Come on! Come on! Let's go! Don't you put that anger on me, Ribbit Bobby! That's not enough. That's not enough at all, chat. That looks like the 5-0 to me. It's a real 5-0 right there, chat. Oh, Bushman? For the Rubbins? I believe, chat, I believe! I believe! I believe! Let's go! Pay the believers! Pay the believers! Pay the
says